Superstar Dolph Ziggler, Ricochet,
AJ Styles,
Seth freaking Rollins, and this is BrettO Live on YouTube.
The last episode of Raw in the Thunderdome. What is going on, guys? BrettO Live back with another video, and today we have the Week in Review, episode 118. This is where we go over Raw and Smackdown in a set-up style. I tell you guys what happened, I tell you what I thought about it, what they could change, what they could improve on. I rate the show at the end, so without further ado, let's jump into Monday Night Raw, and then halfway through the vid, we're going to jump in to Smackdown. Before we even get started, if you guys are interested in any BrettO Live merchandise, the link is down below. You got Pull the Trigger, you get that figure shirt, Ringside Collectible shirt, BrettO Live logo shirt. Definitely go check them out. They're right down below. Yes, starting off with Monday Night Raw. This is the last Raw in the Thunderdome. This is the last show in general in the Thunderdome. I am so excited. I am so flippin' excited for fans this Friday on SmackDown. It's going to be featured in this video, so stay tuned. Starting over here, it was a fatal four-way match between four different women that are going to be involved in the Women's Money in the Bank contract match coming up this Sunday. It's Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Naomi, all in a fatal four-way fight, and all in a fatal four-way match. Mid-match, Doudrop and Eva Marie came out, sort of distracted Alexa Bliss a little bit. Doudrop took out Alexa Bliss, even though she was showing a soft side for him. Like, oh, that's kind of cool. Doudrop has a little relationship with Alexa Bliss, but she doesn't like Eva Marie. I think that's pretty cool. But then Doudrop just dropped her, sent her over the barricade, and then Alexa Bliss was nowhere to be seen after that. Nowhere to be seen. She was just totally gone the entire rest of the match. I thought she was going to come back and win, but no. In the end, we saw Nikki Cross pick up the victory over Asuka in a pinning predicament. She was able to pick up the victory and get added to the Money in the Bank briefcase match, which is pretty cool. Probably not going to win. Again, predictions up on the channel. They might be, they might not be. Just check out the channel. I could be wrong. But yeah, Nikki Cross ended up winning, and it was all right. Nothing too crazy special there. Moving over here, we had Jinder Mahal coming out, and he's like, you know what? I want to have a talk with Drew McIntyre. I have a surprise for him. And then Drew McIntyre popped up on the entrance Titantron, and I'm like, that's unlike Drew McIntyre to do that. He normally likes to be face to face with his competition, not on a Titantron. So I was like, yeah, something's up here. And then Jinder revealed the broken sword of Drew McIntyre because he stole it last week. And then Drew said, Jinder, that's not even my sword. Here's the real one. So it was a fake sword, I guess, that he stole from him, which I thought was kind of cheesy. But then he destroyed the Wreckin' Slammobile, which is exclusive to Walmart. He destroyed it, the one that Jinder Mahal pulled up in. And I'm like, oh yeah, that thing, just like the freaking Camaro that Braun Strowman destroyed, Drew is going to do the same thing to Jinder's motorcycle, and he did. And yeah, so that was pretty freaking interesting. Nothing too special other than just destroying a motorcycle and Jinder getting super mad. Moving over here, we had two one-on-one matches. First, it was AJ Styles versus Ivar in a one-on-one match. It was okay. I was really expecting AJ Styles to pick up the victory here, but he didn't. Ivar put all of his weight into this one pinning predicament in the corner and was able to pick up the victory in a huge upset against AJ Styles. It was just all right. And then Eric, he had to go up against Omos. Yes, I know that's Giant Gonzalez, but that's as close as I could get to the height of Omos with a figure. So I thought I'd throw him behind AJ Styles. But yes, Eric went up against Omos, and the ending was a little different than the Ivar and AJ Styles match. Eric kind of got destroyed by Omos the entire time, and then yeah, so they sort of AJ Styles and Omos sort of came out on top, even though not really. So that was pretty odd. I wasn't really the biggest fan of this. They probably should have just done a tag team match and then just do a rematch for the Raw tag team titles at Money in the Bank. That was just okay. Moving over here, it was a match between Rhea Ripley and Natalya one-on-one. This was another match where I'm just like, okay. Natalya, she was thinking to herself, I want to be the first woman to hold the SmackDown Raw Women's Championship and the Tag Team Championships by beating Rhea Ripley and then getting the contract to cash in on Bianca Belair. I'm like, yeah, this is not going to work out. So Rhea Ripley pins Natalya with the Riptide. I'm like, okay, that was kind of dumb. And then Charlotte from behind, a boot to Rhea Ripley, and basically just says, yeah, I'm ready for you this Sunday at Money in the Bank. Kind of lame. I wasn't really the biggest fan of it. Moving over here, it was a match between Sheamus and Humberto Carrillo for the United States Championship. Before the match, Sheamus actually attacked him backstage, obviously. Yeah, I don't even know what to think about this. Literally, this is Humberto Carrillo's, like, second or third opportunity at Sheamus, and literally every time they just squash Humberto Carrillo. I don't understand. But yeah, he destroyed him backstage before the match, and then Humberto Carrillo's like, I need this match still. Ring the bell, ding ding ding, bro kick. Sheamus wins. I'm like, oh my gosh, come on. Yeah, so that was kind of lame. Sheamus has got the mask on with the broken nose. I think that's kind of cool, but other than that, it's pretty boring. Moving over here, my absolute favorite part of the show, and this literally saved the show. This was so freaking good. Ricochet, John Morrison, Falls Count Anywhere match, aka a match to get us ready for Money in the Bank. Obviously, because Money in the Bank consists of ladders. It's no disqualification. The superstars can fight anywhere. But yeah, this was just a little sneak peek of what we're going to see at Money in the Bank. This was literally amazing. Ricochet did some insane maneuvers. Morrison was doing amazing. You had Miz on ringside who tried to get involved, but then Riddle, he laid him just like this and he couldn't get involved. And Miz couldn't see the final spot where Ricochet did a frog splash. Honestly, this was really cool, but I would have loved to see, instead of a frog splash, Ricochet do a shooting star press. I think that would have been cooler through the ladder. He basically did a basic frog splash. I'm like, oh, that was sick, but it could have been better. But yeah, that match was still amazing. Ricochet pinned Morrison 1-2-3, finally getting the upper hand on Morrison after all these weeks with a little help from Matt Riddle, getting Miz out of the equation. I thought this was amazing. I loved it. Moving over here, it was Bobby Lashley versus Xavier Woods in the opening match of the show. This was actually a really good match. I really enjoyed the way that they did it. Bobby Lashley dominated most of the match, but in the end, Xavier Woods randomly just came up with this inside cradle on Bobby Lashley. 1, 2, 3, and Bobby Lashley's like, oh my god. But Bobby Lashley wasn't really angry. He was showing signs of doubt in his eyes. He's like, oh my gosh, can I really beat Kofi Kingston this week? Can I do it or no? And then later in the show, it was an episode of the VIP Lounge, Bobby Lashley's like, okay, women, you got to get out of the ring. I need to talk with MVP. And then Bobby's like, forget all the women. Forget all this fake crap. I just want Kofi Kingston. Me and you, we need to be set straight. No more of this funny crap. None of this garbage. No distractions. Me versus Kofi Kingston this Sunday at Money in the Bank. And then Bobby Lashley basically just saying that he's insanely focused now. That he got rid of all the distractions, the women, all this crap. I thought that was actually pretty good. And then he destroyed the entire I can't even talk. Oh my god. VIP Lounge. So that wasn't too bad, I wouldn't say. But yeah, guys, that was Monday Night Raw. Definitely not as bad as last week. A good way to get out of the Thunderdome. This wasn't a half bad show. In the end, I'm probably going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. I like that a lot of the stuff was boring, other than the frickin' Morrison Ricochet match. The Bobby stuff was alright, but everything else was kind of weak in my opinion. But again, it wasn't as bad as last week. Last run the Thunderdome, guys. Now, let's get to Smackdown with fans. Fans are back. Moving into Smackdown, we are going to jump right in, talk about the show. It was a pretty freaking awesome show. We opened up the show with Vince McMahon coming out and basically just saying, where the heck have you been? To the fans. I thought it would be a bigger speech than that, but no, pretty basic. Where have they been? They've been at home. But now the fans are back. First episode of SmackDown with fans. I remember like it was just yesterday, the first episode of SmackDown without fans when Triple H had the camera in his hand. Oh my god, insane. But yes, guys, we're going to jump into SmackDown right now. The first one with a flippin' crowd. We opened up the show with this insane 6-man tag team match. It was Edge, Rey Mysterio, as well as Dominic Mysterio versus the Usos, Jimmy and Jey Uso, as well as Roman Reigns. 6-man tag team match to open the show. This was so freaking cool. Seeing Edge, seeing the Usos, even the Mysterios coming out. So many insane pops for these superstars. It was literally awesome. I was just getting into the show it was just like, oh my god, finally, this is so epic. It made it 10 times better, to be honest. The match itself was really good. Up until the end, a very odd ending. We saw, basically, I believe it was Jey Uso. He just pinned Rey Mysterio out of nowhere. It was like a roll-up, and I'm like, oh my god, it's over. What the heck? It shocked me. It really shocked me after such a really good match to give it to the heels. I was like, dang, that's shocking. But yeah, it was still a really good match. And then after the match, we saw Edge take out Roman Reigns. He took him out with the little the metal pipe through the mouth yet again, made him tap out even though it wasn't a match. So basically just setting up for Money in the Bank, which I am so hyped for. But yeah, I just thought that was a really, really good way to open up the show. Have Roman Reigns enter first in his kingdom of SmackDown. So that was really cool, and I loved the pop. It was just so epic for Edge, and literally everybody in the beginning was so cool. Moving over here, it was Natalya and Tamina versus Shotzi and Nox in a 2-on-2 tag team match. Not for the women's tag team titles, but after this match, you could definitely guarantee that they're going to be getting a title opportunity in the future because Shotzi and Nox were able to pin Natalya yet again, or both Tamina and Natalya, to win the match. So again, you got to think they're going to be getting that women's tag team championship opportunity. The reason that they were able to beat Natalya and Tamina is because Selena Vega and Liv Morgan, they were on commentary. They had an exchange of words, and then they ended up fighting and brawling, distracted Natalya, and then Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart were able to pick up the victory. I think it's pretty cool. Not my favorite part of the show, but it still wasn't bad. Moving over here, it was another weaker part of the show. It was Otis versus Cesaro, and honestly, this match could have been really good. I was actually looking forward to it, but after I was thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, Cesaro's not going to lose this. They're not going to make him look bad even more, and Otis is not going to lose this. They're making him look really good. So this has got to end in a disqualification, and it did. Chad Gable randomly just rushed the ring and hit a suplex on Cesaro, and I'm like, holy crap, okay, disqualification. And then Otis just frog splashed Cesaro, and I'm like, oh, that was kind of lame. And yeah, they just left the ring, and of course they attacked him before the match too. I just wasn't a really big fan of it. Moving over here, it was freaking Finn Balor. Yep, Finn Balor. I haven't said his name on the Weekend Review in years. God, Finn Balor returning to the main roster from NXT after his run over there, which was pretty good, I've heard. I don't watch NXT, so yeah, it's pretty good to what I've heard. But yeah, Finn Balor's back. Sami Zayn came out trying to get the fans behind his conspiracy theories. They weren't really having it, and then Finn Balor come out of nowhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Finn Balor's music. What the crap? Come out, hit a coup de grace on Sami Zayn. This was really cool. Will they keep Finn Balor a face? I don't know. Will they keep him? Will they make him heel? I really don't know what they're gonna do with Finn Balor. By the looks of it, he looked face. He looked face to me, and of course he was taking out Sami Zayn, which is a heel. So yeah, I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do with Finn Balor from here. Hopefully it's not just a Sami Zayn rivalry. Hopefully we see like him in the title picture, man. I could see him going up against like Apollo Crews for the IC title. I think that would be awesome. Not Roman Reigns yet, maybe in the future, but yeah, Apollo Crews definitely. I think that'd be really cool for Apollo and Finn Balor. Moving over here, it was Bianca Belair and Carmella in a one-on-one match for the SmackDown Women's Championship match. This was just okay, in my opinion. I don't really think this was the best match of the night. It still wasn't too bad. Yeah, again, Carmella, Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Of course, this was supposed to be Bayley versus Bianca Belair at Money in the Bank, but instead they moved it here to SmackDown because Bayley got injured in some sort of practice. But yes, in the ending of this match, we saw Carmella get the KOD done to her by Bianca Belair, and Bianca Belair was able to retain her title. Yeah, not bad. I wasn't expecting Carmella to win whatsoever, but still, it wasn't a bad match. Moving over here to the main event, it was Seth Rollins, Big E, and Kevin Owens, and Shinsuke Nakamura all in a fatal four-way match, and this was freaking epic. But before the match, we had King Corbin come out talking about his GoFundMe page because he's super low in his career right now and he needs some help from the WWE Universe, and we tried searching it up. It is not real. You can't actually donate to King Corbin, but or not King Corbin, Baron Corbin. But yeah, of course, Kevin Owens came out, attacked him. He's like, get out of the ring. We got a fatal four-way match to get to. This match was amazing, by the way. This happened so quick. We saw Kevin Owens jump off a ladder, like literally a 10-foot ladder on top of Shinsuke Nakamura through the announcer's desk. Michael Cole was going crazy. Pat McAfee was going freaking insane. This was an epic moment. It happened so quick, though. It literally happened so freaking fast. Seth Rollins looked like he was about to do it, but then Kevin hopped up there. Freaking awesome. And then Seth hopped back in the ring, curb stomp to Big E on the ladder, and then he was able to he pinned Big E first of all, won the match, and then he climbed the ladder and grabbed the briefcase. And normally when a superstar before Money in the Bank grabs the briefcase, it's super, super duper bad luck for them because they never win. They never win. Whoever grabs the briefcase before Money in the Bank never wins at Money in the Bank. So it's looking pretty bleak for Seth Rollins. For Kevin Owens, on the other hand, I think it's possible. But yeah, I thought that was a really solid main event. Awesome. Get Seth Rollins up on that ladder. It looked so cool. Deja vu from him winning back in 2014. Oh, man. So freaking good. But yes, guys, that was SmackDown, though. First show back with fans, if you guys don't want to count WrestleMania. But yes, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a fun one to film because, obviously, again, I've said it a million times. First one, freaking fans. In the end, I'm definitely going to give SmackDown a 4 out of 5. Again, it still had its weak points. It still had its weak points. Not everything was amazing on this show, but the fans really helped. They really freaking did. It was a really good crowd. And yeah, in the end, again, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time. BrettO Live. Out.